Ова не е крузерот за утре, треба со него да завртиме малце, да прошетаме околу острови. Ќе снимиме нешто, ќе видиме нешто, ќе направиме нешто. Не овеќе многу. Добро е ова за на Тиквешкото езеро, ја мислам, а? Ќе заврше работа. Ја сепак мислам дека треба да обезбедиме едно вакво бродче на нашето Тиквешко езеро. Дали ви се слагате со мене, не знам. Работа некој нешто тука. Ќе го гледаме утре, денеска испуштиме и тура и се. Него ферито се враќа друго, едно оде натаму, друго иде нааму. Тоа е единствениот населен остров од тука од овие сите острови што се. Не знам колку се, 12 или 15 острови има. Nobody want to take me there because it's too cold. I said no.
It is too cold, yeah.
Nobody doesn't want to participate in my madness. You can be crazy as much as you want, but without me.
Do you like to travel?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Indiana, huh?
Yeah. Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Okay. I've never been there.
It's nice, quiet,
Yeah.
not expensive.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Nice big boat. You can use the cabins inside.
Red today. We'll look at that. Yesterday we couldn't find it for a while. Remember there.
Kerchef.
All right, you are all set. Enjoy your trip today.
Thank you. Hi guys.
Morning. Welcome.
Morning. Thank you. How fast this ship goes?
Huh?
How fast you?
You'll go 25 miles on today.
25 miles. Gonna be cold out there?
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah. Hi, morning.
surface water from eroding above. After the bank was stabilized, then they closed the facility for 2 years, and they put a $3 million rehab on the building. Now it's set up for half of the structure is for park staff to live, and the other half is set up for their guided tours. So that's set up for about the 1940s era of lighthouse service life. Now in the early days out here in the Apostles, Ashland was the second busiest port. About a mile-long trail that'll take you up to the light station. We can go up there in the summer months and get guided tours. This light station was built out here in 1863 to mark the entrance to the channel that runs through Bayfield, Washburn, and Ashland. Originally, this building was structure was much smaller, but as the shipping traffic out here in the Apostles increased, the needs for improved aids in the navigation occurred, so they built the building that you're seeing now. It's a duplex, so the lighthouse keeper and his family lived in half the structure, and the assistant lighthouse keeper lived in the other half. They also added the red brick building with the red roof. That's the old fog signal building, and again, that housed a fog operated or a steam operated fog signal. The little white building in between them right now was the old barn. All the farmers or lighthouse keepers out here, they all had little farms and stuff and grew vegetables and stuff, their own food supplies out here. The Park Service still puts vegetable gardens and flower gardens around all the structures out here. They work with volunteer clubs. They'll come out, plant, and take care of the gardens through the summer months. The vegetable garden, when they harvest that in the fall of the year, they donate everything to the Red Cliff Reservation. And through the years, that garden growing, that kind of became a contest between the lighthouse keepers' wives mostly. They would have a contest every year who see who would do the best in their garden. And the Raspberry Lighthouse Group pretty much run this on a yearly basis. And the reason for that is the warmer surface water near the mainland versus the outlying islands. Looking at the dock here, that's a relatively new dock to the Park Service, about 3 or 4 years now. That replaced an old rotting wood dock. And looking at the stairs going up, if you look, you can see some rails or tracks there. That's the tram system that's still in use today. That's used for hauling supplies and materials to the top of the hill. There's 2 other active tram systems in the Apostles, one over on Michigan Island and one on Outer Island. This light station was automated in 1947, I think, yeah. Anyways, the white pole with the solar panel and the light on it right in front of the fog signal building is the aids the navigation that stands today. Now the cruise service here, they do have a boat that'll run out here this summer. I'm not sure the schedule or when it starts. It'll be close to July, where you can come out and spend some time and get guided tours of the light station. The Park Service Once we get up around this next point, you're going to see where the shoreline collapsed sometime this winter or early this spring. You'll see a bunch of trees in the water here. Looks like one's just growing right out of the bottom of the lake. These shorelines out here in the Apostles are constantly changing. They take a severe beating, especially from the northeast winds of Lake Superior. You can see this collapse as we cruise around. There used to be an active nest. I believe it was one of these large pines that came down with the collapse. The nest came down prior to this. Maybe they knew better. I don't know. You can see it's a pretty good collapse in the rock facing here. And as we cruise here, you can see some discolorations on the rocks, the orange, the grays, greenish looking stuff. That's called lichen. It's just a form of bacteria and fungi growing on the rock faces. There's also a couple varieties of shades of white. The dull looking stuff, that's usually calcium deposits. And then when you get up here a little bit further, you're going to see you might see some bright white seepage. It's kind of a special seepage. It's called seagull seepage. There's a small nesting or rookery area up around the next bend. Now, just shortly, if you look up in the trees, you're going to see it. Well, I can see an eagle's nest up there with an eagle in it. I'll do a turn around here. Everyone will get a good look. Now, that eagle's nest was just built since last fall. I know it was not here last fall on the last trip of the year. So that's a new nest. You can see the eagle in it. I'll get a little closer here. Probably up there protecting some young up there. Our biggest nest out here in this area, you get about 15 feet in diameter, weigh about a ton up in them trees. Eagles sometimes will make a secondary nest near the same area and never use it. We had one here not too long ago, and it sat for years and years, never got used, and finally just fell apart. And in this area, there's reportedly fire fox. Fire fox is a form of fungi in decaying wood. There's an immature eagle up in this pine tree sitting up in the branch. The pressure's off me for eagles today, by the way, folks. I don't have to worry about it anymore. But anyway, fire fox is a form of fungi growing in decaying wood. There goes another eagle in another tree. Mature eagle, another eagle. And anyways, it glows a bluish colored light. They say it will actually glow bright enough to read a book by. So as I get ready to throttle up here, this little outcrop of rocks from Herman Island there, we call this Lookout Point. That used to be an archway that run back to the island. There were several of them out here through the years, and they have all collapsed through the years. This one was like about the mid-70s is what I understand. The last one that I know that was standing was on Oak Island. We used to call that the hole in the wall. It was very large. And that finally collapsed about 7 or 8 years ago.